Morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. First one of 2024, so hope you've had a good Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. So anyway, I'm just going to go back on a little bit more of last week's with the books and what have you that turned up last year. So I'm just going to start off here with Jonathan Farmer's one, who I thought they were all sold out, but apparently Jonathan's got a few at his place. They've all sold out with the ACS, so it's probably best to get hold of Jonathan Farmer. If you haven't got his number on Facebook, just give us a shout and I can put you forward to him. So very interesting book there from Horace Snarey there from Jonathan Farmer. And then just going on to Pete's excellent book here, When the Kangaroo Met the Eagle. I understand he sold out all these at his place, but there's some with John Mackenzie in Yule, I think there, and I think Roger Page in Australia might have a couple, but they're selling fast. So if you want one, it's an extremely good book, well written, great history in it. So congratulations to Pete and Rick on that that book. So well done selling out. So that's those two done. Just going on Rick Sisson's as well again. We've got the Glory and the Dream there from which is it's the 1903-4 MCC tour to Australia, captained by Plum Warner, and the first one under the auspices of MCC. Very extremely well written book there, some good history as well there and research from Rick Sissons. So well done to Rick. I don't know how many he's got those left. Again, I think you can go to John Mackenzie at Yule, the dealer. And then a couple more here. We've got a very interesting book there by Rodney Elliott on Edward Pooley, an autobiography. So interesting way of doing things, but it's turned out quite good, I have to say. And there's some great research going on there. I know for a fact he took a long time to research that book. So I think you can get that on Amazon, that one. So well done to Rodney on that one. And then good old Roger Packham, he done a couple of nice books here. This one with Jane Austen and her Cricket Connections by John Gallstone and Roger Packham. Again, this is available at John Mackenzie's in Yule. Very interesting book, that one. It's not a limited edition, so, well, I think it is, but I think it's 250 or so. So another good book there from Roger Packham. Another one here, nice one that came from the Sussex Cricket Museum. You might have noticed this photograph behind me last week of Jemmy Dean, James Dean. Jemmy Dean of Duncton. A very interesting book by Jason Moore, who was actually a descendant of Jimmy Dean. So another interesting book there, quite a thin one, but limited edition. But again, I'm not sure whether Jason Moore's got any of those, because I think he bought a few to give out to some people, but whether he's got any left or not, I don't know. But a nice book there with Jimmy Dean, and it's all started by that photograph there. So well done to Jason. Another interesting little book here, again, Roger Packham, Cricket Grounds of Sussex. An amazing amount of grounds that Sussex have played on over the years. Another limited edition one, I think, but I think you can probably, if you get hold of Sussex Cricket Museum down there at Hove, they maybe have a couple left in there, but not really sure. So just ask them. And another one here again from Roger Packham, Felix on Cricket. Very interesting book that by Roger. I think this was a limited edition. This is signed by John Gallstone as well, which is pretty rare. Doesn't sign very much. So another interesting book there from Roger Packham. He's been a very busy boy. Another one I forgot to put on last week was The Legend of Hobbs and Sutcliffe by Andy B. Another good book there from Andy, well researched, plenty of stuff in it, some fantastic photographs in there. So well done, Andy, for that. I think you can get that on Amazon, that one. And then just going into the stuff that's turned up this week, that's the rest of last week's one. So just going to go into the stuff this week, and here we are. We've got a lovely Mike Brearley signed card here with the Ashes in its velvet bag. I think I've got quite a few of those now, up to 20 or so now, so quite pleased with that. Another one here with the Parsees. I've got a bit of information on the Parsees here. I'll just get that out for you. In there, Parsees, 1886, beg your pardon. Nice little image there of the Parsees. Generally Parsees are from Bombay. This is 1886. As I said, the first match was at Lord Sheffield, which is where this photograph is taken. So you've got Lord Sheffield's match there. They played 28 matches from March to August. As I say, most of them come from the Bombay area, the Parsee area. And it was the first tour by an Indian team. So quite a nice little reminder there of the Parsees and the history that they brought over to England and then into India. So another, just one more one here that took a little bit of research, well, not research, but working out why it was a Herald photograph. We got the set here of, I think it's 10 photographs produced by the Sun and the Herald newspapers in Melbourne. Now in Pete's book here, we've got, hang on, let's get that out of there. We've got this full set here. This is some of them here, this is 4 of them. That's the sort of set we're looking at in Pete's book. Now Pete's got on there that they were done by the Sun, but my one turned up and it was done by the Herald. So obviously there is a connection there. They were sister papers, or the Herald was the sister paper of the Sun, and that's Bill O'Reilly being bold there in the Bodyline series. And Pete seems to think it's the only one that Australia produced in the Bodyline series, sort of souvenir thing. So I'm quite pleased with getting hold of this one. And thanks to Andy for putting me onto that one. So I think I've got 9 more to go now. And there's just one more thing. I might have shown this before, but I've got this lovely Tiffany, in a Tiffany box. It's a Swiss Army knife, and I tried to sort of get this, there's a few scratches on it. So I saw on the telly the other day that there was Tiffany on there. So I sort of tried to get the scratches out, which has been successful with a bit of rubbing and what have you. So most of the scratches have come out, and it's a nice Swiss Army knife there by Tiffany, silver, with scissors, and it's got a toothpick there and also a pair of tweezers. So it's quite a nice little item, and whoever played for Getty's 11 in 1998 got one of these Swiss Army knives. So very nice there. It's got the engraving there of John Paul Getty 11 and his emblem on the back there. So just a bit of silver there, which is quite an interesting thing when it came up on the Antiques Roadshow last week. That was valued at £4,000, but I don't think this is going to be valued at £4,000. Anyway, so well, I hope you've enjoyed that little go back into last year's stuff with the books and what have you, and the interesting bits on the Sun photographs. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, have a good week.